Good morning. It's good to be with you today. My wife Sally and I became members of Union Kong last fall after living in Montclair for 8 years. We were so full of joy to find a community that's so welcoming and fits in with our beliefs. I'd never been a part of a church before that not only allowed its members to have a say in how things are done and how things get done, but a church that actively encourages its members to have a say. So we were ready to become active in the church. We wanted a chance to both grow spiritually and to reach out to our community and see what we could do to make it a better place. Before we became members, we'd gotten to know a small number of you through dinner groups, during fellowship hours after church, and we were excited to meet everyone and get to know our new church family. And then the pandemic hit. Our initial reaction was to self-quarantine, close ranks, make sure we were safe, make sure our families were safe, and then try to figure out if we had enough toilet paper to last us through what we thought was going to be a 2-week work from home vacation. But once the dust settled and we gathered up all of our flour, it really sunk in that what we were about to be missing. We couldn't see our families, we couldn't see our friends, and we were absolutely going to lose our connection to the church. But something strange happened, and we found ourselves getting even closer to the church in the most unexpected ways. Even though Sally and I were working hours harder than ever at our jobs by telecommuting from the dining room table, we had 3 whole hours free up every weekday that we normally spent commuting on a bus to and from Manhattan. That meant we were actually able to show up for all the meetings we never would have been able to attend, because on a good day before the pandemic, we were lucky to get home before 8 o'clock. Well, now we didn't leave the house. So the best way to connect to people is FaceTime and Microsoft Teams and of course Zoom. I remember growing up in the 80s and seeing people use video phones and cartoons and thinking, that technology is so cool. I can't wait for it to be here. Well, it took longer than I thought, but it's here. And actually, it's right on time. So thanks to Union Kong's hard work in making this technology available to us, I was able to participate in the How to Be an Anti-Racist book club virtually. We were able to attend midweek prayer sessions virtually. We were able to participate in the Easter week services virtually. I went to the men's breakfast virtually, and we're able to show up every Sunday morning to be with you all. The church opened up its arms to us when we needed the connection most. When everything seemed to be at its darkest, the church was a light for us. And looking back on it, I have to say that my main takeaway from my pandemic experience with Union Kong is that Union Kong is still the church. Yeah, we see each other in tiny little windows on our computers, but it's still the church. I am absolutely in awe of the people who have worked so hard to keep us together virtually, and it's still the church. I've had the opportunity to speak with some of the team leaders as a representative of the stewardship team over the past couple months, and I've learned a good deal about the resources and the hard work it actually takes to keep the church being the church. And I think now more than ever, it's imperative that we keep leaning towards the light and to support each other, because while we may be stuck at home doing everything virtually, we are still the church. Thank you for your time.